Radio Raheem here with Abner Mares. You're comfortable here, man. You're at home with Robert Garcia. Obviously, there's been a lot of discussion about how much success you guys have together, your relationship together. But you're about to go into war together, in a war that's very personal to you. Talk to me about what it is for you personally and professionally to face Leo Santa Cruz again, how that feels, and what's different about this fight than other fights.
When you say personal, I have nothing personal against the person. The character, the persona, Leo Santa Cruz, I have nothing against him. He's a great guy, a great team. All around, he's a good guy. I have something personal against the name, the opponent I faced that night, a guy who beat me. And if he beat me, I want redemption, and I have it. I finally got it. June 9th, I'm fighting Leo Santa Cruz. I get the opportunity to redeem myself, to showcase, a different side of me, a different Abner Mares that I thought that it was going to come out that fight, August 13 in 2015, but didn't. It came out. Eventually, it was a great performance from both ends. We gave it our best. It was a close fight, a fight that I came out short. He won, but look it. I got Robert Garcia in my corner. I got a tremendous team. I got a great man behind me, great stablemate, and I'm just looking forward to just going in there and performing my best. This is my do or die fight, I call it, because with this fight, boom, I move right back where I was at that level in magnitude of fights. And if I don't, guess what? I'm going to be known as Abner Mares, the guy that lost twice against Leo Santa Cruz. There's no question about that. So it is what it is. I'm calling it how it is, and I'm focused 100% mentally, first of all, and physically. That's definitely, never question, in my persona as an athlete. I'm always 100%.
It was a close fight. And since then, I think both of you have matured. You've had some success with Robert Garcia. He had some success with the Frampton, war. Who do you believe has benefited the most from what's happened since the two of you fought? And what is it that you needed to change? If you didn't win the fight, obviously some kind of adjustments needed to be made. What do you feel that you bring into the second fight that you didn't have for the first one? Well,
I don't know who's really gotten the best of these couple of years as far as who would benefit. Like I said, he benefit that, he got better fights. There's no question about that. He fought Frampton, I believe, twice since we fought. And I haven't really faced anyone other than Cuellar, a tremendous fighter where I captured a world title, and Andres Gutierrez. And if we really look at it, those are two tough fights for Leo Santa Cruz that could have taken a lot from him. And on my end, you could say I rested a bit. I was in timeout. I was just relaxing, waiting for this time, and I finally get time to redeem myself. So, it really is how you look at it. I'm not really paying attention to that. Where I could really tell you is focus on my end is where, I brought in Robert Garcia as my coach, mentor, a man who has been really changing my life, my career, and have you seen it in my last two performances, and really awakened the Abner Mares that has been asleep for quite some time, which is the counterpuncher, the boxer type of boxer that I've been when I first started my career. So I'm looking forward to showcasing that man come June 9th at Staples Center against a tough opponent, no doubt, Leo Santa Cruz. As we know, he's known for changing his style too, as he did the second fight against Frampton. So there's no question about the fight being just that exciting, because we could both do, we're so versatile. We could do so many things up there that you just don't know who might take this fight again.
When I mentioned the personal aspect of this fight, you talked about a bit of it from your perspective, and there's not ever been any real animosity or disrespect between the two of you, but you're both, Los Angeles natives, man. You're both Mexican Americans. You're young guys. There's got to be some bragging rights that are a part of this dynamic. The fact that you're both in the same stomping ground. How does that inform the context of this fight?
Well, of course, there's always that animosity against two full-grown guys from LA that really want to be known as the best of LA. But honestly, our first fight, yes, he won the fight, he took the decision, but I could walk around these streets with my head up high because I gave a hell of a fight, a close fight, and I'm a warrior. There's no question about that. In any other fight, and I could retire today and do the same thing. But this next fight, obviously, there's personal in the end. Yes, I've been wanting this fight so long, and personal in the end that I know I could beat this guy. That type of personal. So yeah, there's bragging rights, you know, but I think that our careers speak for themselves. We cannot be known as only for one fight. And at the end of the day, I think we're as well as Leo and myself, we're always there to please the crowd.
The Mexican-American culture, not only obviously a Mexican culture, a Mexican-American culture, is much the same. There is something to be said for Mexican style. We hear that a lot. You're known as an aggressive fighter. You come forward. You guys had a decision. Leo is the same way. Is it important this time, not just that you win, but how you win? Is a knockout better than a decision? Do you think about these kind of things at all?
I used to put all that pressure, but now I don't. I'm just gonna go in there and perform. I'm sorry about the texting I had to.
Yeah, you're a family man. I know what it is.
But look, if it goes 12 rounds and it's just as exciting as the first one, I mean, you can't go wrong with that. People will still talk about it. If I get a knockout, obviously, boom, it just capitalizes on what I've been talking about, how just that I'm better than him. And if he beats me by knockout, obviously it just puts a period and a stump on me in my career where Abner's done. So there's different. Then that's the honest truth, but there's different ways to think about it and really see the effects in it. But I'm happy with the great performance for both ends, win or lose. I'm ready for any type of style he brings in, and just looking forward to showcasing a good fight as I always do.
Radio Raheem with Abner Morez, man. We cannot wait for this rematch. It's always a pleasure to watch you work. You're an exciting fighter. Can't wait to see you again. Radio Raheem with Abner Morez.